Nice, baby. All blacks. Well, this is sketch. Yeah, it smells good in here. Yeah. Look at the little guy.
There's a rock line. Oh, God. Oh, okay.
That was almost a crash.
I didn't die. I take it.
It's not where the shuttle picks you up.
It is not.
It is not.
So
we're behind the shuttle now.
Right now, he had to come rescue us. It's our first and only rescue today, hopefully.
Hopefully. Probably the most accurate sign ever. You see it? Uphill both ways. Sky looks nasty. How you doing, babe?
Good. We have to turn around.
I think, yeah.
It is
like hell. More trees over here.
Man, I gotta get out of here. These trees are big.
Yeah. Go ahead and shoes off for that one. Pre-ride, re-ride, and then free ride. Safety first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this good boy. That's
Hey guys, what's up? It's Pascale and Mo with Art of Adventure. We've been in Bentonville now for 2+ weeks. We extended our trip
3 times.
three times.
Been here for a minute.
So we didn't want to leave. We wanted to check out all the trails. So what we want to do in this video is put together kind of our favorite trails and why they're our favorite trails. And look, we're Florida, so this isn't like the crazy stuff. This is the stuff to get you ready for the crazy stuff.
Yeah. We're not going out west yet.
Moab coming soon. Bentonville is what it is today, largely because of what it's been. The original Walton's Five and Dime was established in Bentonville back in 1950. Today, you might know it as one of the largest and most profitable companies in the world, Walmart. Thanks to the Walton Family Foundation and more than $70 million, Northwest Arkansas is now home to hundreds of miles of mountain biking and multi-use trails. And these trails start just blocks from the original Five and Dime. So number 5 on our list of favorite trails in Northwest Arkansas is the trail that starts as All-American and eventually becomes Slaughter Pen. These trails are great for riders of all levels. There's a steady downhill feel. The trails are well manicured, very flowy. They are great for shaking off the cobwebs from that long road trip. When I was asking folks about which trails to ride off All-American, everyone kept saying, just go ride and get lost out there. I'll give you that same advice. Go explore. There is a lot to see. So up here? Of course, there are a few trails I would not want you to miss, so make sure you put these on the to-do list. There's a hub at the top of Rocking Horse. Choo Choo and Crybaby. These hubs are very popular in Northwest Arkansas, by the way. There are usually a few trails that flow off each hub. I asked Mo how he would describe a hub to someone, and he called it a little gravity slingshot. I like it. 2 trails you don't want to miss off this hub are called Choo Choo and Peekaboo. Choo Choo is a quick downhill run that feels like a roller coaster ride. There must be 10 quick berms in a row. This particular trail is paved and you really need to find your rhythm or you could be bouncing off the track and straight onto that concrete. Yo, sick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a quick climb back to the hub, and I have a feeling you'll want to do Choo Choo several times. Just feet away on the other side of this hub is Peekaboo. It's a little more traditional trail with a decent descent and a couple quick drops. Everything is rollable. Check your trail app of choice. There are a few more good trails in this area, but those 2 are classics. Don't miss them. One of the most unique trails I've ever ridden is also just feet off of All American. It's called Masterpiece. It's a short climb and a pretty short ride, but make sure you do it. Here's Mo's entire ride down Masterpiece.
I'll avoid that. Oh, look at that. Oh, this good boy. That's All right. That's awesome.
Like I said, it's unique. It's just one of those you have to ride. All American is the glue that connects this whole area. Other than one small section that's greenway only, you can essentially connect All American from the town all the way down to Blackbird and Slaughter Pen. Keep your eyes open because All American will crisscross the road at times. There are bathrooms and water stations every mile or so. And like everyone said, go get lost. Slaughter Pen has some cool downhill sections and a couple blacks. There are a lot of trails that are machine cut here. Personally, I like the flow, but if you want something that feels a little bit more like mountain trails, check Hand Cut Hollow and Rocky Ridge. My personal favorite in this whole area is the newly renovated Shrone Train. It's fast and flowy and ends with a rock garden waterfall that about made me pee in my pants the first time I rode it. I was not expecting that. Let's check in on Mo's very first ride down Shrone.
What up, Shrone? Let's go.
Keep in mind he had no idea what was on the other side of these wooden rollers.
Is it a drop? Is it? Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, this is fun. There's a rock art. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Oh.
There are plenty of tougher trails. Just keep your eyes on the signs. If you're a green and blue kind of rider, then start there. If you want blacks and double blacks, there's something for you too.
All right.
One thing I do want to mention, there are a couple full-time trail building operators in the area. Trails can be closed for maintenance and rebuilding at any time. The popular trails are usually only closed a day or two. I suggest you follow the Facebook group for Slaughter Pen trail conditions. If the trail you have your heart set on is closed, don't be discouraged. There's a good chance it will be open the following day. These guys are really good at what they do. Okay, here's one you definitely don't want to miss. It's not exactly a trail system. I'm talking about the Rail Yard Bike Park in Rogers, Arkansas. Talk about unique. It's part skills park, part pump track, and part downhill run. 100% fun and 100% free. This place is beautiful and another great example of the kind of investment being made in trails and bike parks in Northwest Arkansas. I'm a huge fan of pump tracks and downhill runs, so I was happy. This park caters to all riders and all ages, from novice to expert. There are a couple big gaps in the expert line, so I avoided that one. The novice line really just gets you started. It allows someone new to pump tracks to get the feeling of pumping your legs for momentum rather than pedaling. It's fun and fast. The beginner line is great. There are plenty of berms and opportunities to get speed. The centerpiece of beginner is this rail car, which the park is named after. Very cool. Here's one of my runs from top to bottom. It's an easy climb back to the top. Intermediate is the other downhill run. Honestly, I like the flow of beginner a little bit better. For some reason, it's just easier for me to get speed. But there's plenty to like about intermediate too. Lots of berms and quick rollers. The rail yard has A+ facilities. There's a skills area for practicing jumps, bike park features for small kids, plenty of covered picnic tables under a 2-story overhang, and like many of the bike parks and trailheads around northwest Arkansas, there are water stations for you and your pets. Did I mention it's all free? Amazing. Picking the order for our top 3 trail systems in northwest Arkansas was really, really tough. Mo and I went back and forth on all 3. They're all diamonds in our opinion, and the reason you make this trip to Bentonville in the first place. So here goes. Number 3, Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve. What a gem. There are 2 main hubs, Kohler East Side and Kohler West Side. I think so, you? We'll start on the west side with a dual slalom downhill run called Thunderdome. Mo and I love this one. It's intended for 2 riders to go side by side. It's literally a dual slalom the whole way down. And Thunderdome is fast in all the right places. It makes me smile just thinking about it.
Oh, that's fun.
You can turn right around and do it again. There's a fairly short climb up a paved path back to the top. That's the same climb up to Esther's Loop. If you head right on Esther's, it's an easy climb to the top of Family Flow. This flow trail is longer than Thunderdome, and it feels a little more like a traditional trail. Still lots of flow and rollers for speed. I heard one guy say it's his favorite trail in the whole park. It's definitely fun. Do not miss Family Flow. If you're a beginner and it's your first time at Kohler, I suggest you start there. There's also another short technical trail on this end of the park. It's called Here's Johnny. Mo and I opted to skip that one and head over to the East Side Hub. There's a paved path for cyclists and pedestrians that connects the 2 sides of the park. You can also take a little side trail called Good Vibrations. About halfway on your 1.5-mile trek across the park, there's an awesome surprise. An oasis, if you will. This food oasis sells coffee, smoothies, tacos, breakfast sandwiches. The only way to enjoy this spot is to bike or walk here. You cannot get here by car. Talk about catering to cyclists. Just don't fill up too much. You still have more biking to do. Once you get to the other end of the park, you take Oscar's Loop up to the East Side Hub. Yup, more climbing. The east side hub is a work of art. Look at this thing. From the top, you can drop into Rock Solid and Rock Soft, 2 black downhill trails. You can also drop, or in this guy's case, jump into Cease and Desist. There's a double black alternate line called Drop the Hammer. And then there's Fire Line. After you. This is another great flow trail. It's much longer than Thunderdome and much faster than Family Flow. Hey. This trail has everything. Rollers, jumps, berms, wood features. Don't worry though, you can roll everything if you need to. I did. Yes. At the bottom, you can turn back up Oscars and do it all over again. It is a hike, but it's worth it. And of course, top-notch facilities at all 3 parking lots. Once again, I recommend joining a Facebook page to stay up to date on which trails are open and closed. This one's called Kohler MTB Preserve Trail Conditions. I found they're really good about keeping this page updated. Number 2. Huntley Gravity Zone in Bella Vista. Huntley Gravity Zone is one of the newest builds in Northwest Arkansas, and it is epic. Pre-ride, re-ride, and then free ride. Safety first. I may have mentioned I like fast, flowy downhill runs, and there are 5 great trails here to choose from. The green is called Rendezvous, fast and flowy. I think the only reason it's a green is because the trail's pretty wide, which means it's a bit forgiving. It's easy to control your speed, and you can roll everything. Rendezvous is actually one of the longer downhills, so it does put you lower in the gravity zone, which means a longer climb back to the top. The return trail is called Uphill Both Ways. Yeah, no need to explain. Despite the climb, Rendezvous is a great downhill starter trail if you're new to mountain biking. Tango Whiskey is one of my favorites at Huntley. It's fast, and there are lots of rollers and berms strategically placed to help you build speed. Let's watch some of the ride. Tango Whiskey also ends a little higher in the gravity zone, so it's an easier climb back to the top. Nice. Shock and Awe is just on the other side of the road. It's the newest trail in the Huntley Gravity Zone. Shock and Awe. This sucker is fast. I really had to work to control my speed on this one. I suck at jumping, but these were all rollable, no problems. In fact, if it wasn't for the climb on Uphill Both Ways at the end of Shock and Awe, it might have been my favorite at Huntley. All the return trails take you back to the hub at the gravity zone. The 2 black trails are very cool. Invasion is short. Again, if I was a better jumper, I'm sure I would have enjoyed it a little more. When you add in Rendezvous at the end of Invasion, it sort of makes up for the fact it's so short. I mean, that's a sick run-in. The real prize at Huntley Gravity Zone is a black trail called Air Raid. And this one definitely lives up to its name. You have to clear a gap jump just to drop in. Nice, baby! Sick! Here's that same drop from Mo's perspective. You can do these runs over and over again. You just ride, climb, ride, climb, ride. Big thanks to Oz Trails and the Walton Family Foundation for another great addition to Northwest Arkansas. The builders in this area are always working on something. I love it.
I didn't die. I take it.
At the top of our list for trails we rode in Northwest Arkansas is Lake Leatherwood. This trail system is a little farther from Bentonville than the others, and it's totally worth the 1-hour drive to Eureka Springs.
What is this? Why does he look familiar?
The first thing we figured out was there are several parking lots for Lake Leatherwood. Of course, we started at the wrong one.
It's not where the shuttle picks you up.
It is not.
It is not.
We paid $30 each to secure a shuttle for this adventure. There's only about 400 feet of elevation here, but it feels like a lot more. The trail builders here definitely know how to get every inch of elevation into these downhill runs. We chose Slaughter Trail Guides for the shuttle.
Thank you, sir.
And we were very happy we did. Nick was awesome. I highly recommend asking for him. The shuttle will take you back to the top as many times as you want, all day long. From the drop-off point, you have a short ride to either the North or South Hub. The North Hub is a good one to start with. There are 4 downhill trails here, a green, 2 blues, and a double black. At the South Hub, there are 3 trails,
All blacks. Where we came first.
so much for a warm-up run. Fun though. Once again, these hubs look like works of art.
Feels like at the top of like a pyramid. Some sort of ruin. Hi, baby.
The trails at the North Hub all start off fast and flowy with rollers in the right places for speed. As you get a little lower, they get more technical, rocky, and steep.
Chunk of monk.
There are roll-arounds for the super heavy features like this launch pad. There are 4 main reasons we chose Lake Leatherwood as our #1 favorite trail system in Northwest Arkansas. Number 1, this is a tough place to ride.
Oh, yeah.
It really tested my skills.
What is this sketch?
It's one thing to do downhill runs, but when you add chunky boulders, slippery rocks, and pebbles that feel like marbles under your tires, each run feels like an accomplishment. 2, you can progress on most trails, but these have so many options for jumps, gaps, tough turns. You can slowly start to integrate more features. 3, yes, I love downhill runs, and these are pretty long too. I'm no speed demon, but I think each ride was around 4 to 5 minutes of downhill. There are also 7 different trails to choose from. So yeah, I'm a big fan. My 4th reason to put Lake Leatherwood at the top of this list is the shuttle service.
Ooh.
I'm not a great climber, I'm just not. It takes a lot of energy too. So there's something pretty magical about putting your bike on the shuttle, hopping in a van, and then boom, you're back at the top of the run.
Thank you.
You can do these trails over and over all day long. That's worth every penny. Mo and I ended up riding all but 2 trails, and some more than once.
This stuff's legit. Like, it's hard.
The double black, though, that's just beyond my skills.
Downhill 7. You gotta split this gap just to get started. Just to start.
I think my favorite trails here were the 2 blue trails. They had a little bit of everything. There was something to see, something to learn, and something to fear on every single one of these downhill trails. just how I like it. Special shout out to Nick at Slaughter Trail Guides for all the great advice. We have links in the description for all of these trails, the trail guides, and the information on the town. If you're interested in the equipment we use to shoot these videos, there are links there too. Please check them out. We got to pretty much most of the trails that we wanted that were on our list anyway.
Most of them.
Most of them.
You could be here for a month and I get to all this trail.
You really could do a different trail every day. So Centennial Park is one of the trails that we missed.
Didn't get Centennial.
That gives us a reason to come back. Did we forget one of your favorite trails in the Bentonville area?
Yeah, we missed.
Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please hit like and consider a subscription. Yeah, Thunderdome is definitely up there for us.
I love that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good experience for you?
I had a really good time with it. I could ride it over and over again.
Because experiences make up
The art
of adventure.
It's true.
Go get it.